If you see my scraps piling up, looking ugly off to the side, no you don't. Hi friends, welcome to Funshine Fab Crochet. I am Kelsey and this is my crochet corner. Today we're going to be working on this top here. I mentioned this again in a second, but the last time I made one of these tops, last week, I mentioned in that video that I wanted to make it have bell sleeves, but they're impractical. But then I remembered I'm an impractical girl and I like all things non-functional. So I decided to make one anyway, and that's what we're going to be doing today. So let's get started on that. Yawn, this shirt is so boring. Sorry if my armpit's hairy. Let's make it fun. I got this shirt at Five Below years ago, and I've probably worn it twice ever, which is crazy because it looks like it's been washed about 500 times. But I think that's a quality issue and not a washing issue. When I cut that last shirt up and added sleeves to it, the Volkswagen one with the rainbow sleeves, I said that I kind of wanted to do bell sleeves, but I didn't think it was a good idea because bell sleeves are annoying and they get caught on everything. But the more I sat with it, I was like, no, I want to make one of these shirts with bell sleeves. So that is the goal today. I accidentally made one of these holes way bigger than the other ones. These sleeves are so small. This is definitely a women's t-shirt. Who wears women's t-shirts? They're the worst. I generally don't have a lot of uses for this like super thin weight yarn. So I have a lot of it kind of built up. I use it here and there for just to make like little t-shirts and stuff. But I definitely use like a little bit. I think it's weight 4 acrylic yarn typically. So I have enough of this stuff that I'm gonna be able to make some 70s looking bell sleeves. The colors I'm not sure are gonna come across as 70s. These, you know, bring that vibe to the party, but these are bringing gender reveal to the party, so we'll see. But I'm gonna start with this brown one because I don't have much of it, and obviously whatever color I use at the top, I'll use the least of because, you know, bell sleeves are gonna get bigger at the bottom, so I'm gonna have to use more stitches as we go. You get it, you get it. I'm gonna start with a big hook though, so they're like really loose and flowy sleeves. Let's get this party started. I made the sleeves on the last top all granny stitch all the way down until I did back loop only cuffs at the bottom. But I don't think I'm gonna do like granny square or granny stitches on this one. I love the way granny stitches look, but when you think about it, it would take the exact same amount of effort and stitches and yarn to go around and just double crochet in every stitch instead of making these. Is what I'm saying making sense? I don't even know. So I'll just start with one row of brown at the top on each side. There's the first little bit, and now's the fun part where I'm gonna stop doing the granny stitch and just start with a regular old good old-fashioned double crochet in every stitch. I think when I get down like probably past the elbow, I'll probably do triple crochets. I just want it to be like extra flowy. I decided I'm gonna do 2 rows of the yellow because I have such an abundance of yellow. One of the downsides of using really thin yarn and a big hook and a loose flowy stitch is that you better weave in those ends and hide them because they will be poking out. I'm irritated. I was counting the yellow as I went around the first time and I was like, oh gosh, I'm 3 short. I cut 1 fewer hole in this one than I did in the other one. Oh well. Nope. I cut it. I just didn't crochet into it. Oh, it's right up front too. I feel like with a lot of crochet, you just have to roll with the punches. Especially when the punches are you being stupid. I could undo all this work and go back and fix it, but I'm just simply not going to. this color next. This kind of looks like Charlie Brown. Not really, but do you see it? Charlie Brown, right? Let's do some blue. I'm gonna start with this blue instead of the big one because I like to get rid of this. And I know I said I was gonna wait till I got past the elbow to do triple crochets, but you know what? I'm gonna do one now. And who's gonna stop me? You? We're getting somewhere. It's given 70s, right? I'm gonna need more brown for sure, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Snip. You know, another thing that's really good about this thin yarn is this shirt itself is very thin, and I feel like if I used my typical thicker acrylic, it would weigh too much and like pull on the shirt, if that makes sense. I think it would just be too heavy. I'm gonna use this brown, even though it's thicker. I'm gonna do increases this time around. Cutesy. I'll have to do some more increasing in the next row. Okay, cute. I'm loving. Gotta take a quick break. Quick break. BRB. Okay, if you're like, Kelsey, why did you change clothes? Is it a different day? It's not a different day. It's the same day, but I had to go to my friend's house and hang out. Tough life. And it's 90 degrees outside, so I changed out of that romper I was wearing because sometimes crochet stuff is just warm. Get off my back. Okay, I'm thinking blue next. It's been a minute since we did some blue. The problem is I don't think I have enough of this to do much more like triple crochets, so I think I'm gonna switch to this stuff. And I am gonna add some increases in this row because I want this bell sleeve to be belling a little harder than it's belling right now, if that makes sense. Once again, I have to say this in every video, it feels like if you hear a strange noise in the background, Sunday is licking herself, her favorite pastime. Oh my gosh, on YouTube, there's an ad that has Stephanie Beatrice in it. And I just have to toot my own horn for a second and say, one June, 4-ish years ago, she bought from me on Etsy and she wore a bisexual pride top that I made her to New York City Pride. I assume it was New York City Pride. So cool. What do you all watch when you crochet? Or do you crochet in silence? I watch a lot of true crime when I crochet, but I do dabble with other stuff too. Like video games. I love to watch people play video games. I'm gonna do 2 rows of that one. I don't eat a lot of Little Debbie cakes. I just don't buy them because I would eat them all because I have no self-control when it comes to sweets. But every fall, I get I think they're called Pumpkin Delights. They have like a jack-o'-lantern face on them and they're shaped like a pumpkin and they're Austin's favorite. And I'd never had them before I met him, but they are good. I can see why he loves them. I love cinnamon. And I got some at the store today to surprise him, and I hid them throughout the house because we have no self-control. I'm hoping I forget where they are so that I don't eat them all in like 2 days. And him too. No, I wouldn't eat him. I'm hoping he doesn't find them and eat them too. Anyway, I laid one on his desk and I'm excited for him to come home and see it. And we're gonna be like, yay, it's fall, and we're gonna eat our little pumpkin delights, and we're just gonna live happily ever after. Also, I already ate one. I have no self-control. I just left my friend's house and she had M&M minis, and she pointed out to me years ago, we've been friends for a while, that the M&M minis are the best ratio of chocolate to shell. And she's right. I thought I loved the M&M peanuts. What? I thought I loved the peanut M&Ms, but those minis are just the perfect amount of chocolate. But the reason I tell you this is because I just left her house and she had a bag of the minis and I ate just a heinous amount of them. No self-control. Did snip. I have an event coming up where I'm going to be selling like a craft fair next month. And I'm thinking I'm going to make a bunch of these t-shirts with the sleeves crocheted like this. Because I think they might be a hit. I think they're like trendy right now. I never know what's trendy, so don't listen to me. We're getting somewhere with that bell sleeve. I think they might be popular right now. I'm not 10,000% sure. When I was on my way home from my friend's house just a second ago, I was stopped at a red light up here on the highway, and I had my sunroof open and my window down because my AC doesn't work in my car. Usually no big deal, but when it rains, kind of becomes a big deal. But I was stopped at the red light and it was raining on my windshield, but not through my sunroof. I was at the wall of the rain, like where it was starting, I guess. Snip. Now that I've got Sunday all calmed down, she's quit licking her paws and she's relaxing under a blankie. Her favorite way to relax. Her belly is making a bunch of noise now. See, this is the vibes of today. I look to the left and it's sunny, blue skies. I don't see a cloud over there. And then there's like thunder rumbling over and over and over to my right. The vibes are crazy today, I'm telling you. Snip. Does my shirt match this blanket? It's like my favorite color. Ooh, I did not cut that long enough. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh, should I cut it too short again? You're lying. It looks like the sleeves would be long enough, but where the shirt is so cropped, I fear that is not the case. Something that's never mentioned about bell sleeve shirts or dresses is you better hope whatever room or venue you're at will have the perfect temperature, because there's no jacket on top of a bell sleeve unless you want this strange wad wrapped around your lower arm inside the jacket. I suppose you could wear something underneath, but it would look weird. I fear I may have to cut this video short. And I may have to finish this off camera. I don't think I need that many more rows, so I don't think you're gonna miss much, but the daylight is fading. So yeah, I'll probably do another row or so and then go try this on. And if I finish it off camera, you know, that's okay, right? I'll still do a little chit chat with you at the end. You're not gonna get away from me that easy. And snip. It's getting dark fast, besties. I'm gonna have to do this row quick. I don't know. I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna do fuzzy yarn at the end of these sleeves or if I'm gonna do like a lace look, or if I'll just, you know, end them with a double or a triple crochet, or maybe a single crochet would be pretty. But I think a fuzzy yarn would be really cute. I am wrapping her up, so I'm gonna go try this on, see how many more rows I need, and once again, probably finish it off camera. I'm sorry. If you hate my guts and you want me dead, let me know down in the comments. All the time for Halloween, people are like, why don't you be a hippie for Halloween? And I'm like, because I dress like a hippie every day. Like, I was like, what am I going to be for Halloween? And one of my friends was like, you should, like, do bell bottoms and be like a hippie. I think she's cute. I'm going to try her on. Hey, hey. Mia just started eating her food. Do you want to hear it? My hair is really doing its own thing today. I did finish a few rows off camera, but I didn't have much to say. It wasn't that interesting. Once again, thought I was gonna go with the fuzzy detail at the end of the sleeves, but instead I did the wavy, what's this called? It's like the shell stitch or something. I can never remember, but it's perfect. The only fuzzy yarn color I really had that would go was like mustard yellow, but I didn't want to make this faint yellow look less yellow. I don't think the sleeves are so belled that they're gonna be impractical. I wanted to show you all. I fixed the hole that I had not crocheted into. I was wrong. When I put it on, you could blatantly see a hole in the sleeve, and I was like, I am never gonna wear this looking like that. I just made a couple of like double crochets into it and then just slip stitched them to some stitches right here, and I think it's super discreet. I think it's not very noticeable, so that made me feel much better about the shirt. And now I feel like I can wash it and sell it, as whereas before I felt like I had to keep it because it was messed up. So that is the 411. If you want this shirt, let me know. If you have any ideas for future crochet related videos or otherwise, let me know. I appreciate you for sticking around and watching. I will see you soon. Bye. I rotated the camera to pay the cat tax. Happy cat.